Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on Wreckfest, going to be taking a look at some mods on the PC version, of course, and well, as you can see from my car, we have on screen at the moment, far from a normal one. I have some circuits to play around with, interesting ones. Tempelhof, this, where they race the Formula E cars around. Wasn't expecting to see this, I'm not going to lie, on Wreckfest. Whole bunch of different layouts, though, to tackle. I'm going to go for one of the more technical options. We'll go for... sure, let's go. I don't quite know what the difference with the alternate start location is, but there we go. We're going to race. So this is the Stallion. It's essentially a, Ferrari 330 P4. A classic race car. Not, admittedly, the sort of thing you normally would be seeing in Wreckfest, but we are. That's really cool. I just realised what the alternate start means. It means we have a Le Mans start. We're very fitting. I've accidentally managed to have it be very fitting. There's going to be an almighty accident, I suspect, as everything tries to sort itself out. Yep, I was... Oh, that's definitely not how a Le Mans start is supposed to go, is it? Yep, there's a gear in there somewhere. That's... Oh, hello. Excuse me. I really don't think that was necessary. Now, of course, we've got modded cars on a modded track. Sometimes the AI can be a little bit derpy, especially because this is a fast, very powerful car here. So funnily enough, quite easy to get it sliding around. I didn't need that help from you, AI car. God damn it. Mongoose is an apt name for for that. No, I got oversteer on my own. Well, that was a bit ambitious of me with the throttle. So yeah, very, very quick car, this one. Very powerful car. Very easy to get in trouble. Braking is actually going to take a little bit getting used to, I think, on this. Whee, hello. So this is, oh god, this is not the actual Tempelhof, as in the one you'd see the Formula E cars drive around. This is a more compact circuit, which is kind of cool, actually. I'm impressed with the kind of variations on these circuits. It's not just the straightforward one. I mean, it is a more challenging one for the AIs, as you can see around here. Oh, that car there had a scary moment going on. Right, if we can get through the first chicane quite nicely, don't go sideways, behave. Ferrari alike, please behave yourself. It really does just want to go it really wants to go sideways, and it really, really wants to lock up the brakes. It's been a little while since I've played Wreckfest. I forgot how tricky getting the braking right is on this game. Is a very fine line between not using anywhere near enough braking force to get the car stopped and just locking everything up. And especially when you've got a very, very fast car, you've got to be careful with this one. No, the AI have had an accident. No. Don't want to get involved with that. Good old Mongoose here. It's actually been one of the faster AI cars. It's done quite a good job of not having an accident. We will not quite be close enough. We actually might have been able to have a dive to the inside on the braking. We will finally get the pass complete going into this sort of final corner area. That will do nicely. We are up to 4th place. Oh, and I think the leaders have had a shunt on their own here. Don't lose control through there. Don't know if I was going to be given space or not. The AI... So you can have some good racing with... You can have some very good racing in multiplayer on Wreckfest. You can have some good racing with the AI. You're just never quite sure how they're going to race you. One minute they'll race you sensibly, and then the next minute they'll just torpedo you into a corner and take themselves out in the process. That was a more usual... That was a vaguely sensible attempt of a pass from the AI. Now, I'm going to be careful because they like to go very deep in the braking zone here. I do not want to be in front of them while they do that. I'm happy to go for a more sensible approach through here. I'll say that. I've nearly got myself in a lot of trouble through there. Oh, that car's going to have another look back pass. Don't get connected with that vehicle. I'm going to just play a little bit safe, because the last thing I want to do is get wrecked out of this one. Nope, you're going to fire me towards the wall if I'm not careful. It'll be a different blue machine that, well, had the lead briefly. We have the lead now. Aha. Yep, you can eat... I say tyre wall, it's not a tyre wall, actually, it's concrete. It's a pretty dangerous, not gonna lie, pretty dangerous method of stopping cars, shall we say. Oh, there we go. Let's not get too much oversteer. Try and judge braking points a little bit better. This sort of car, that's a very big slide. This sort of car is always an interesting challenge, shall we say, when it comes to Wreckfest. You've got to suddenly adapt a very different driving style. And the Wreckfest cars, the handling in general on this game at times can be a little bit challenging. Oh, that's a very fiery one over there. That's had a bad day. With vehicles' tendency to want to snap oversteer, but this is a whole new kind of level because there's so much power wanting to escape through the rear wheels. It really does want to let go almost at all times. So it's a constant fight. It's a good challenge. It feels like a fair fight. I think that's the important thing. It doesn't feel out of control. If you've made a mistake, it's very clearly, I say, your fault as such. It doesn't feel unfairly difficult to drive. It does, when it snaps, it doesn't instantly go. There's a little bit of time to kind of regain some composure and figure out what you need to do with the car, which makes it a kind of rewarding challenge when you get it right. I can get on the throttle there and it will move, it will slide a bit, but it's not too ridiculous. I don't know whether we're going to be able to lap anyone before the end of this. Oh, that was a lock-up and a half. Thankfully, that's the one braking zone where you'll get away with that slight lock-up. I do prefer the slightly tighter line, however, you will survive on the wide line. Oh, that looks like they're stuck on a wreck of a car. I spy another one we can try and lap. Not particularly, I mean, this is not a destructive circuit, this one. This is a more sensible, actual racetrack. I like this style of circuit. I always have done these kind of shorter laps. I mean, this has kind of got some fast chicanes to deal with. Technically didn't kill that car, but I definitely helped it into the wall. Admittedly, now we're going to a slower section. But this is the sort of track you don't actually really get on Wreckfest in the main game, which again, another reason why I like it. It's a very different kind of a challenge to drive around. You've got these slightly faster chicanes. You've got a little bit more runoff area in places. And you've got as much grip as you're ever likely to get on this one, but in a very technical sort of way. It's wide enough to be able to race. There's plenty of overtaking spots. There's places, potential for some different racing lines, if you like, while still being a technical circuit. So I actually really like this variant, so to speak. Oh, come on, can we get past this wrecked blue machine? The damage is pretty good on the, again, bear in mind, these are mod vehicles at the end of the day. Damage is pretty cool on these, as you have seen with a few of them. Can we be a little bit, oh, well, we want to be a little bit sneaky. Oh, no. Well, it would be calmer if I end up losing the race trying to be sneaky and lap a car in the final corner. Thankfully, we had a decent enough gap to the vehicles behind that we were not going to throw that away. But that's a really cool little track. It's a really fun track. I like that there's a Le Mans start. Happy accident, but there we go. Yeah, a really intricate, interesting challenge for these cars. And a very fun mod to boot. Now, I've got a bunch of cars to show off today. But we're having a look at some of these variation circuits that are actually really, really cool. So these are using, so I mean, Tempelhof was a whole new area, but we have these circuits here that are based upon the game's actual track. So we've got Boulder back here. We've got some variations on this one, which so I don't often drive this track. I'm not a particular big fan of this circuit in general, but there are some really cool variations. So it's using the same track, using the same layout, using the same roads, but sort of putting them together differently. We're going to go to the extra small layout here. And the vehicle we are going to be using is the Banshee RS. Yep, you will be recognizing this one as well. We go from a classic Ferrari race car to a classic Ford rally car. We will go racing against the Banshee RS. We'll stick with A-Class. We'll stick with 6 laps. It'll be a quicker, slightly quicker race around here. Very, very, very small track, this one. A very compact circuit with some interesting corners. I mean, it's likely to be a bit chaotic, or it could be. This one here is going to be more chaotic in some ways. It's actually a track I'd love to see in the game properly, because, yeah, you'll quickly see why. I love the livery options for this one. Oh, why are you going backwards? Oh, admittedly, we are a little bit, it's a slightly, you know, wee. Well, that's a good start. it's gone mad immediately. I did test this track beforehand. That did not happen when I tested it. Don't quite know why it has this time, but never mind. Oop. Hello. So yeah, I love the liveries. You've got all of the classic RS200 style liveries. Of course, not exact replicas. You've got different sponsors and whatnot. But yeah, you'll recognise bits of this circuit as it has been kind of fitted together. But you've got all this hairpin here. That is a new nasty corner. That amazingly, I think they all had their own crash going on around there. That's fine. Oop. And then we can make this final turn here. And then it just kind of loops back on itself. Really interesting way of looping this track around. It doesn't really use anything different to what the game already has in existence, basically. But it's just a new way of using this area. And it makes a good chaos circuit. Because at the end of the day, you are forced to go the crossover point there. You are forced almost immediately into trouble down here. And you end up... Oh, you're stuck on the wrong side of the barrier. That's not so good. You end up with these very, very sort of technical sections, nasty sections. You are not the car that I am looking for. The leader is determined to run away with this one at the moment. And with that mess that went on at the start, it's almost constant chaos at the crossover. That is an absolutely destroyed RS200 there. The whole side of it's caved in. That's taken a big hit somewhere. Am I going to be clear? Can't really tell. Hope so. Don't pull out in front of us. Go on the brakes early because it's a big airtime over there. Oh, we have taken the lead. I thought I was chasing down you. I thought that was the leader in front of us. Never mind. The leader has had an accident somewhere along the way. Whoop. I mean, as the player, you can be a little bit sneaky. Sneaky would be the best way to sum it up there, basically. Yeah. Whoop. I'll go on the brakes, not get involved in that crash. I say you are allowed to. You don't get told off for corner cutting, essentially, doing that. However, the AI don't quite take as many liberties. There is some teamwork going on there. We will give you a help. I mean, look, these vehicles feel very much like they were just in the base game. Like, they drive as if they were kind of in the base game. This is much easier to drive than the Stallion. It still slides. It still has that Wreckfest slide about it. Brakes are easier to manage. Power is easier to manage because I think it's all-wheel drive, or it's certainly... I presume you can get all-wheel drive cars in this game. It certainly feels like it's all-wheel drive, but it's certainly a lot better on the old traction front. I mean, we're on dirt here. And admittedly, we got a little bit... don't know, difficult to tell. We got a little bit carried away at that point, but I can get away with so much more with this car. I can be so much more aggressive with this. And it's great. It is very fast, once again. I mean, the rating for it is really high A-class. It's a very, very quick car. I did have a very quick play around with it at a bigger circuit. It is a bit gear limited, but you could change that a smidge with the tuning. So yeah, it looks awesome, drives great. And there's some fun kind of alternate layouts. There's a gear in there somewhere that we probably want to go to. That will work. There's been a few wrecks around here. Definitely with... if this was done in multiplayer, you would see a fair amount more chaos, I think, around this track. Overtaking would be very tempting at these hairpins and people overshooting the brake. There would be a lot of crashes at these hairpins. Oh, that's too much airtime. Not necessarily intentional, but... considering that braking zone, you're basically in the air for a lot of it. Yeah, I could see things going a little bit wrong. The AI actually had a bit of a derp on this one to start with. They don't always seem to do that, but we are across the line. Oh, we're going to find a rock. That's fine. Yeah, really cool little car, that one. Really cool car, really fun circuit. A certain amount of chaos. We managed to avoid most of it, though. I'm amazed I didn't get involved in any shenanigans at the crossover, because especially with how spread out the field was from the start. Normally we would. Up next. Now, I'm a little bit concerned about, because this is a very, very wacky mod. A very cool mod, but a very, very wacky one at that. Yep, you are seeing that correctly. There is a motorbike in Wreckfest. Now, this is not a game that is designed to deal with a motorbike. Okay, it's really not a game that is designed to deal. I've gone the wrong way, I think, to find the Ninja. I do like though that these vehicle mods come with their own classes. So for like this, for example, I'm not running this on intense. doing it wrong. But yeah, so for example, if you're showing off, you want to just play with a specific vehicle, not going to necessarily be the most balanced with some of the other cars around, you can set it to run, and you can run whatever class it is that you want. So you want to sit with B class, we can run with B class. So yeah, we're going to go to a variation of the Firwood circuit on a bike. Yeah, it is about as wacky as you would expect. Now, it's not going to handle exactly like a motorbike because, as I said, the game is not built to deal with a motorbike. You can't do wheelies, you can't do stoppies with it. It does essentially handle a bit like a car, but you'll see as we get into the antics, it does, it does kind of lean as you go around the corners a bit. It's just a very different driving experience. You can't fall off the bike. In this, as far as I know anyway. I've never seen the AI. I did a couple of test races just to see if it was working. You can't fall off the bike. I've never seen the AI or me fall off, as far as I'm aware. I guess maybe there's a weird percentage chance that you might be able to, but I've definitely never seen it. I haven't actually driven around this version of the Firwood circuit, so I don't quite know where I'm going. I think I can see how the lap is going to loop together, though. It's actually, again, another really fun alternate layout that is basically all there in the... Careful now. Is all there in the base game, if you like. Right. I'm not as fast as the AI. Having been very quick in the Banshee and very quick in the Stallion, this is a whole different ball game trying to get lap speed out of it. It's... Oh, no. Oh, dear. We've become a pendulum. The AI are apparently quite good. Bloody hell. They were going for it there. Yeah, the AI apparently not too shabby when it comes to the bike. So this just cuts its way down here. Well, can we go through tyre bundles? Oh, okay, they don't like this corner. That's the one corner they're not so good at. We have lost all of our momentum, getting torpedoed by someone there. It's got quite a lot of corner speed. It's just trying to. It's having the belief that it's going to stick to the road when you go round a corner. That is the slightly more difficult thing. It's very different to drive. Oh, God. Nope, that can definitely carry way more speed. Although I say they can carry more speed through there, as the AI that tried had a big accident. Maybe it was a good thing. I didn't try to carry more speed through there. Oh, it's having a bit of a wander. It's having a bit of a wander on its own. Oh, we're going to get past. I didn't quite want to go that wide. Definitely don't want to go over there. Gets a bit bumpy out on the grass. Okay, you lot can crash. Oh, yep. That was a pretty cool roll you had going on right there. Oh, hello. Nope. Oh, I got tangled up with who was the leader. God damn it. That's the corner they can't quite seem to get the hang of, the AI. And to be fair, it's a challenging corner. You have a lot of speed going toward the button. Again, this is another vehicle. It's very fast for what it is. Uh-oh. That's fine. You lot can come overtaking. We will go for... Nope! We'll go for a little bit of a spin. Find a gear. Come on. Ah, God damn it. It was looking slightly promising. There was a small bit of promising, followed by a trip to the wall, and now less promising. We're going to make up some ground. If I don't do that, don't put the bike out wide on the grassy bit. Bike doesn't like that. Because, yeah, if you lot have issues on the wall, and then issues with each other, and then we all crash together, maybe there is a chance. Oh, no! Nope. You know what, I'm actually probably going to be quicker to reset than try and find reverse, get it moving again. Oh, damn it. The FailRace Linux at the front is surprisingly quick. But they must have made it through the horrible concrete wall section pretty much first time. Oh, no. We've had an accident of our own. Well, that was very much a splatter into the water. I'm now pushing it too hard. It doesn't respond... oh, God, certainly I've not figured out a way. It doesn't seem to respond well to being pushed really hard, this bike. You've definitely got to be quite delicate with it, because it's moving around. Hey, and there's another one having an accident. But just the fact that there is a bike in Wreckfest is awesome. No. Come on now. Yeah, the fact that there is a bike in this game full stop is really, really cool. And that's, the fun of the mods is that you can get some weird and wacky stuff. If they go a little bit slower into that corner, they're not too bad. We're still 23 seconds behind. We're going to need there to be an almighty accident on this final lap for us to stand a chance. There's so much more. There's loads more speed in this to be taken that I just don't have the confidence in it. Oh. Uh-oh. We've not quite stopped spinning yet from that. Okay, getting airtime is very risky in this. It's, yeah, not easy to land it and sort it. Again, completely different way you have to drive this, way you have to get used to driving this, or riding this, I guess, technically speaking. As I said, it's a really fun little challenge. Really cool to see something a bit different. You're going straight into the wall. I will let you have that crash. I will sneak past. Oh, we've almost fallen off. Oh, you've come from a very strange angle to end up in, well, hopefully it'll be my 7th place. That was more like it. Yeah, there's so much more speed if you can get it right and have the confidence in the bike that it's actually going to stick through the corners. Woohoo! We will cross the line. It will be a 7th place at the end of all that. Yeah, it's mad. A mad, mad thing. But an awesome thing, nevertheless. A really cool vehicle to have, even if it is horrifically difficult to drive. It takes a lot of getting used to right there. Now, before we finish, there is one more vehicle that we're going to have a go with. But we're going to go back to an old favourite somewhere in here. When I can find it, it's going to be all the way over. Come on, there it is. We've got to visit the good old Crash Canyon. We're not going to be using the Ninja, however. No. We have got another silly vehicle. Where has it gone? Somewhere. Maybe? Maybe it's... Ah, there it is. I knew we had another silly vehicle somewhere. It's a golf caddy. I mean, honestly, this feels like it should be in the game from standard, considering you've got a Portaloo and a sofa car and stuff like that. You know, we're not going to. We're just going to run as generic C-class cars for this, just because I don't think it'll be interesting. We'll go for 8 laps, intense damage, see if we can survive. Because, I mean, we're going to be in a golf caddy. There might be another golf caddy turn up. You never know. The game might decide to put one in the race, because when you have the mods, it will pull from the mods to put them into the race. But we're probably going to go against a lot bigger and heavier vehicles. Things like limos, things like the El Matador can also turn up in this. I don't know how heavily armoured the game can make the cars compared to players, but certainly some heavy armoured stuff is going to turn up, so I'm going to try and survive in the Golf Caddy. I don't know how strong it's going to be. I'm going to guess probably not. It's going to be quite light. It's going to get pushed around a lot. It's unlikely to have a great time. Oh, there's a van in here. It doesn't look like there's any really ridiculous stuff. What do we got? Venoms and blades. I mean, technically I might have the highest rated vehicle, but don't know if that's going to matter. We will see. I do look quite out of place here, it is safe to say. Right, little golf caddy, go! It is off the line incredibly well. It has got some speed, but again, bear in mind it is the only one that is sort of top of the class. Yes, you're not going to have a fight. I'm going to sneak. We're going to be sneaking our way past. I mean, I don't know what engine would you need to put in a golf caddy for it to be able to keep up with cars like this. Quite a big one, I would imagine. I guess you could... Whoa! Uh-oh. I guess you could get away with a motorbike engine in one. Potentially. I do not want to go into oncoming traffic driving this. I am slightly worried that one of the AIs that decides it wants to be a wrecker, wants to be a destructive AI, might decide it's had enough of a golf caddy and just punt us. You've already seen, I mean, we're not really involved with a shunt there, and it went pretty badly wrong. Oh, that went wrong for somebody. It's also gone wrong for that bullet. That's a very funny shaped bullet right there. I want to do the run around the outside of everybody technique, but I am slightly concerned that that would end badly for me. Oh, crap. Well, I was hoping I'd stay out of trouble. I'm not so sure we are. Oh, the buggies. Oh, hello. Where have you come from? Why have you come across all that way? The Caddy's quite strong, I'll give it that. Because mod vehicle, there are sometimes varying strengths in the mod vehicles. Although we haven't really been... Like, we've been involved in bumps and shunts. This is not where I envisioned my vehicle being, but, you know, it's fine. We'll go 4 wide towards the first corner. Definitely no way that's going to end in disaster. Let's run around the top of the circuit. I mean, it's not actually too bad to drive this. In the handling department, it actually handles fairly well. It doesn't really like the big bumps. Who would have thought that lightweight Golf Caddy has issues on the big bumps? You're going to land on your wheels? Oh, yes you do. That is an absolutely destroyed something. I don't even know what that was. I do know what it is. I've forgotten the name of it. The like Ford thing. I don't remember. I don't remember anymore. That's a buggy missing a wheel. We will get a sweeper, I think. I think that's what that one was. Once upon a time. Once in life, that was a sweeper. We very nearly got murdered there. Oh, that was not the look back button. That's definitely not the look back button either. That was a free camera button that we don't want. Hello, Gravy! Don't mind me. Golf Caddy attack on a muscle car. Did not go amazingly to plan. It is basically half a sweeper up there. That's had an almighty shunt. We will get ourselves around the banked corner. Right, we are 10 seconds down on the leader. We're going to need the leader to have a crash. It looked like someone was having a crash. Don't know if that was the leader. I'm going to hope that it was. Come on. Whoop. We will try and not do anything stupid. Again, this drives like you would expect to go. If a Golf Caddy was added to Wreckfest officially, this essentially drives as you would expect it to. It drives pretty similarly over the bumps as to things like the bumper car do. We're about to topple back onto our wheels. I love that the roof has come off as well. Damage pretty damn cool on this. Again, considering what it is. We've bent the frame and the roof's popped off. We've lost a whole load of wrecks. We're definitely not winning this without a whole load of wrecks. Quite strong, that's for sure. I mean, we have not actually had too many really big hits from cars per se. Most of the damage has actually been done from me falling over on my own. You don't really do much damage as would be expected. I think we've got to stop really getting airtime down here. It's the landings, funnily enough, that cause issues, as it should be. You know, at the end of the day, you would expect the Golf Caddy to have problems landing jumps. A couple of laps ago, can we make some progress? Oh, Gravy's had a bad time. Please don't pass that bad time on to me. I was having an okay time. It's very picturesque here while we are destroying vehicles. That's for sure. We've got a beautiful sunset for us to be racing around. Nothing's in the oncoming lane, thank God. Something is stuck. Is that Gravy? Yes, it is. That poor car has had a horrid time in all of this. We nearly tipped over there, but has all been gotten under control. We will... hello. Don't mind me. I'm just sneaking some positions. Definitely not catching the leader. However, I think we do just get fastest lap of the race in a Golf Caddy. That's embarrassing. Can we chase down 4th place? Nope, pushed it too hard. I had to try something. We've only got 2 corners to go, so you got to give it everything and hope that the vehicle will stick to the ground. It doesn't in this, unless they get taken out somewhere in here. We are not going to be able to do anything about that car. It's wandered quite wide. It's definitely asking for trouble over there. However, it is safe. The Golf Caddy cannot catch it. We don't quite get on the podium. We will have to settle for a 5th place, but we do get fastest lap of the race at least. That is something. I say only just. I mean, it's a really cool little vehicle. It's a really cool little vehicle. And I mean, I have to say, all of these vehicles, I'll put a link to the mods used, all of these vehicles are fantastically done. They all feel like, well, okay, the bikes feels a little bit odd, but it's a 2-wheeled vehicle in a game. Everything else feels like it totally could be in Wreckfest. Admittedly, the Stallion and Banshee are very, very quick. Very unbelievably fast. Over the course of a lap, they are probably faster than a lot of the base game cars and so on, but the handling, the feel of them is very much like anything else. I mean, the Caddy looks like it fits right in as far as the silly vehicles of Wreckfest go. So these are fantastic fun, and I really like the variation circuits as well. I think it's a really fun addition to what is basically already there. Okay, Tempelhof was new, but yeah, just kind of tweaking the circuits, having some fun alternative layouts for circuits that already exist, and perhaps more technical layouts. Yeah, there were some dangerous corners, but that's half the fun, really, when it comes to Wreckfest. Anyway, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed something a little bit different, going back looking at some mods for this wonderful game. shall be it from me. Until next time, goodbye.